afternoon and welcome to Ian's drawing class. Today I'm going to be working with oil pastel colors, and I'm sort of new at this, but I'll learn as I teach you, I guess you could say. I'm not sure what I'm going to draw, but I'm sure as I go along it'll be something in the long run. I'm going to start off with a red. I don't know why, because I like red, and because it seems like sun's usually red or orange. Maybe I should add some orange in here, or yellow. I think I'll blend the two together. So I'm just going to throw some yellow on here, some red. Kind of looks like an egg yolk. And I'll blend it together with my hands. Better get some more on here. What I'm drawing on is this tack board. You can get about anywhere. We got this at Costco for 69 cents. It's an interesting story in itself. We forgot our wallet, so we had to make 2 trips. But we ended up getting it. It usually helps if you have a not a smooth surface. But since we were in a hurry, we had to get the smooth surface because the colors don't blend quite as well, as you can see. But that's all right. It'll make it a little more abstract. White's pretty much useless, as you can see on this, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. See, I'll throw in some green, maybe draw a plant or something, I don't know. Get some leaves in here. Some color on that. Throw in some more, let's try some yellow. Well, maybe some pink. This is a neat color. Get some pink in there. Oh. Now, I don't know exactly what I'm drawing, but I'm sure it'll come out to be something. Be pretty interesting. You can do this about anywhere, really. You don't need any of this stuff that I've got here. I've got this table. You can just throw it on the ground and start drawing. All pretty much you need is these oil pastel colors, which you can get basically at any store or any art store. And they run fairly cheap, $5, and they last quite a long time. So what am I going to draw here? Let's see. I don't know. Let's see what it comes out to be. I'll block your view. Some more color. And if this ends up looking like something, it's not my fault. I'm just kind of drawing here. Kind of abstractly, just kind of what's coming to mind. I had a rough day today. I woke up at 10 this morning. It's something I'm not used to after working till midnight. I usually don't get up that early, which you might think is kind of weird. You might think I'm a wimp, but really I'm not. I like to sleep like everybody else in the world. I'm gonna add some blue. I don't know why. I feel like it. See, that's one really neat thing about this is you can just do whatever you want. You don't have to have any really answers to anything. You have to have reasons for anything. You just start drawing, and this like lets you do whatever you want. You can be free, and nobody can question whatever you do. And when you're done, it always looks nice, at least to you anyway. And if it doesn't, you can burn it. But I wouldn't advise that. Everything comes out nice. Besides, a waste of paper if you burn it. And paper's not something we have a lot of, or we will not have a lot of in the future. Okay, I'm gonna just draw in some more colors. Don't know what I'm doing. I think I should have eaten breakfast this morning. That's probably my biggest problem. I can't think right now because I didn't really eat breakfast. So maybe I'll draw some breakfast or something like some sausage or something. Let's get some brown in here. Draw some sausage. That doesn't look like sausage yet, but you blend it in. Get it to blend. It's really hard to blend on this paper. I'm gonna have to get the person. Should use the other side. See, the other side's not as smooth and it blends a lot better. This side's really smooth. It'll work though. Okay, let's Danish this with some green. Garnish it. I don't know. This could be anything. Just could be. Oh, that could be pretty nasty. Oh well. Use your imagination, I guess. Some egg. We need some egg. I got rid of the white, so you can't really see. I'll just draw the yolk. Remember, they always have a little red in them somewhere. That, I don't know, kind of looks like, and we can draw a plate if we want. And just throw some gray in here. Oh, wait, that's a good egg border too. And it's one neat thing about when you start drawing things like this is you just kind of learn, and the more you draw, the better you'll get at it, and pretty soon you'll be almost an expert. You can have a class like this, tell somebody, have your own TV show or whatnot. Usually, if you're going to draw something, it's nice to get get the whole page filled up, because you get a lot of different things to look at when you're drawing, and it also gives those art critics something to look at, because they always like to make something mean something, even if it doesn't. And so, you want to give them a lot of them to think about, so they think they're actually figuring, they actually decipher what you drew, even if you didn't draw anything like I am. So that's the whole point of this, is I'm drawing nothing, just so somebody else can interpret it sometime later on in the future as to be something else, even though to me it's nothing. I'm just drawing and talking, of course. And these purples. Let's see you can always try to figure out what the art critics might say. Like this person is just in a really happy mood because all these nice bright colors he's using, and he drew sort of a flower, but they can also, I don't know, think of other things like, I don't know, I'm not an art critic, so I'm not really good at judging my own paintings or pictures. One really important thing when you do draw stuff though is the clothes you wear, the attire. I'm wearing tank top and this, and it's important because you got to be able to smear the stuff, and it's got to be something that you don't really like, clothes that you don't like, so the stuff blends a lot better when you have a fabric that you can use. And you can either use your clothes, or you can use you can always use a cloth. But if you have a white T-shirt and you do this, you end up with some of the coolest looking T-shirts in town. Plus, you got a great painting too, or a drawing, and it looks so cool. And your T-shirt will match your drawing. So if you're wearing your T-shirt and you're showing off your art, you can just stand there and you have two things of art at one time, and it gets a lot done. Plus, you have something to talk about when you're at 4B's drinking coffee or something, smoking cigarettes, whatever. I'm gonna throw some green in here. I don't know why. I feel like it. Like I said, I'll just. Okay. I'm just throwing some green in here to add some color. People in the background laughing, I can't stand it. But just what I need. Make me even more nervous. I'm going to try blending this again, but as you can see, it doesn't blend very well because somebody bought the greatest paper in the world. But that kind of adds its own originality to it, makes it kind of neat. I have a dog, and I don't know if I told you about my dog yet. Name's Treat. Real nice dog. Really protective. And she likes to, I don't know, chew on my leg whenever I come home at midnight from work. I jump over the fence like an idiot, and she kind of chews on me, but it's all fun and games, and I always know when I go home that I'm safe once I get in the house, because not many people will dare to go through her, even though she seems pretty nice during the day, but you don't want to catch her at night. She can be nasty. Last night I had a really interesting experience. I jumped over the fence and I was running from her because she was chasing me. Of course, she naturally would chase me, not knowing who I was. And there's a swimming pool. We have a swimming pool, real big swimming pool. That those plastic ones, well, not plastic, but well, I guess they're plastic. But they fill them up with water, and they kind of take the shape. And I ran right through that, and I got totally soaked with my work clothes. But I don't know, I got away from Treat, and she didn't go through after me. So I guess I ended up in the better hand anyway. My dad was really a light sleeper last night too, because the kids were out in the backyard in their tent sleeping, and he can't. I don't think he can sleep. He's really protective. I'm drawing a little more, adding a little more cool colors. I don't know. I just feel like it. And this is starting to look pretty nasty. I don't know. Maybe I should throw something a little more artistic in here to give those artisans something to talk about. So I'm gonna give it some body. maybe spell something in here, a hidden message. I always like doing that. See if anybody can figure out what I wrote. So I'm going to write yes, if you can see me writing yes. Now, I don't know why I'm writing yes, but I just, just feel like writing yes. Because I guess yes is a good word to hear a lot. I mean, when people are saying yes, they're usually in a good mood and they're happy. And that means, it's a positive word. And so, see if those art critics figure this one out. It's a tough one. Some real nice colors there. I, of course, made each letter different color so it stands out a little better and gives those art critics a hand because, they get troubled, when they look at something like this because, they'll stand back. And the further back you look, I know so you can see these better. So I'm going to try blending these just to give them a little trouble. So I'm going to color in the circle the E. Maybe draw some faces on here. Now this is our director right here that I'm drawing. And yeah, he does have this long hair. And I'm not really happy with him right now because he didn't give me much time to prepare for this. But I don't know. It's kind of fun actually in the long run. And I challenge anybody else that thinks they have an artistic talent to try this. Come down, get some friends together, and start a home video or whatever, and just throw a nice little movie together of a friend making a mess on a piece of paper. It's quite fun. Well, as you can see, my picture is, to me, that's enough. And so, if you'd like any copies of this picture, you can call 555-5555 and just ask for a reprint of this picture, a positive yes and everything. And oh, I better sign really quick. One last thing. I don't want anybody to miss my name, although you probably see it in the credits. There you go. And that's the same signature you'll find on a lot of checks that you try cashing at Safeway, because I do work another job at Safeway. Thank you very much, and you have a nice evening.
welcome to Andy's Talk Show. I am here with Ian Carlson, renowned painter, artist, watercolorist, and he has a long-running television show on PBS called Drawing with Ian. Is
Yes,
that?
that's
Yes. How long has it been running now?
about 2 weeks now.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Wow, that's long for PBS.
Oh yeah, very long.
Yeah, I was on PBS for a while. I didn't like the management though.
Yeah, the directors are kind of tough.
Yeah, they are. They're ugly too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was talking to someone and they said that you had just sold one of your pastels for $100,000 at an auction. Is that
yes,
true?
this is my most recent work of art. Yeah, I just sold that not too long back to a bunch of kindergartners, if I remember.
Kindergartners.
Yeah, they all got together with their parents and got some money together and
Milk money, probably.
yeah, something like that. Lunch
Yeah.
money, milk money.
Yeah, we have one of your later drawings here. It's yeah, this is one of his later ones. When did you decide to paint this, or draw this, or pen it, or whatever you did to it?
I just woke up one night, and then I had a dream of, how some people have those, dreams where they wake up and, they have this thing in their mind. So, I just drew it down on a piece of paper, and this is what I had.
Yeah. And what is this? Yes, you keep putting this in your drawings. I can't understand this.
It's a positive word.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a positive kind of guy. I'm a happy guy, and yes is a word I like to hear a lot.
What is this bow tie here? I don't understand this.
It's I can't answer the questions like that because it's something I don't know. I'd have to go so far back into my mind. I'd have to go in a deep trance right now, and we don't have time for my deep trances.
Yeah, I understand. Like, this is like
It's
confusion.
subliminal. Yeah, it's subliminal.
It's
It's
subliminal.
when I
Yes.
woke up, I drew it, and in order to decipher it, I'd have to go in a trance, and I haven't done that yet. So.
Well, it's very powerful. Yeah, I was thinking about buying it, but I didn't have a quarter, so.
Yeah, I understand.
Anyway.
More about it.
I was reading in the Inquirer the other day that you were picked up by aliens and brought to their planet. Is this true?
Not exactly, no. What really happened? It was another one of my dreams, and Inquirer just got a hold of a painting of mine and they obviously translated my painting. I don't know how they did it. I thought I was the only person that could translate one of my paintings.
Yeah.
But they obviously translated, and they of course they messed up in a few minor areas. I wasn't abducted actually. In my dream I was, but it wasn't to another planet. We were still on Earth, and it was in a volcano.
Yeah.
We went in a volcano.
In a volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can't always trust newspapers.
No, especially in Inquirer. That's
The
tough.
Inquirer is not a very good one. What is your favorite kind of medium to work with?
Medium. Well, I like to work with medium ballpoint pens mostly. That tends to.
No, I mean like watercolor or pastel. What do you like the best?
Ballpoint pens, like I said.
Ballpoint pens.
Like you can get like at Wendy's right now. They have these ballpoint pens. They got really nice colors. They wash off your skin really well because they're kid type pens, but they're in the form of race cars, and they've got some nice colors. They got a purple, they got a pink, they got a blue, they got a black. They've got some really nice colors, and you get them free with your lunch if you get a kid's meal, and it's a pretty good meal.
Yeah. I used to take on them, and when I was a little kid, of course, I used to put little tattoos of anchors, and I used to think I was Popeye.
Really?
Those,
Yeah, I could see how you could make that mistake. Yeah, they wash right off, so it's not something you have to really, fret about.
I was in Safeway the other day buying groceries, and I saw you bagging. Is this like a second job or something?
Well, sort of. Yeah, it's to get me through college so I can get the rest of my degrees in art.
I see.
Yeah.
You have a master's in finger painting, don't you?
Right, yeah. I got that in 5th grade.
5th grade.
Yeah. I had a real nice teacher back then. She's dead now, but...
She's dead. That's unfortunate.
Yes. It is quite unfortunate.
I also have heard that you are writing an autobiography about your family life, and that you were raised by a herd of buffalo.
Well, in so many ways, my family is like a herd of buffalo.
Yes.
They do stampede the house a lot.
Okay.
The house is not the cleanest place.
I understand now. Okay.
And I can understand how somebody would see it that way.
Mhm.
And then, that's how I saw it as a herd of buffalo. That's the way the title of it is my family, the herd of buffalo.
Okay.
And it's not that they're real buffalo. It's
Oh,
just that
okay.
they're
I got the wrong idea then. On one of your latest shows, you have a new director. I've met him. He's a great guy.
he must be. Oh, okay.
Well, all right. And you were drawing a picture of bacon and sausage or something, eggs or bacon or sausage or something.
Yeah.
And you said you had breakfast. Does this like say to people, or you're trying to say that you are a starving artist, or
No, it's so much that this nice director you were talking about got me up before I could, eat that
Oh.
day, and he got me into the
terrible?
in the
Sounds
set and had me do all this stuff, unprepared, totally
unprepared.
unprepared. I had nothing to go off of except for that tack board and some pastels. And the tack board, as you could see, wasn't very good paper to use, but we survived. We made it through, and he was really supportive through the whole thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Do you like usually drawing food? Is that one of your
No,
favorite
it's
things?
it's something that just comes off an impulse.
Mhm.
I'm one of those artists that don't like to think about what they draw. They just draw it because it's best to go from the subliminal than try to think about it, because you get more truer feelings and ideas when you go from the subliminal. You get your real what you're really about,
Your feel-
not what you try to tell everybody you are, but what you really are.
Yeah, I totally understand. Yeah. You were on another talk show recently, and you said that you and your sister had committed a crime when you were young. You had robbed a mini mart or something. Is that true?
Yeah, it was, it was only a gumball, but, it was a big deal back then,
yeah.
I got a big spanking for it. It's not something I like everybody to know about, but, it's not something, I have to hide.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we kind of lifted a couple of gumballs and kind of got caught. But,
Yeah.
We know better now, and
Uh-huh.
we're living a clean.
You were
here.
interrogated, and
Yeah, they got us pretty good for kids, and they ended up with a lawsuit, which we filed against them because of their harsities, which has been paying for most of my schooling.
Really?
Thanks to
Wow.
them, it's like thanks to them that's the whole reason I'm into this art
Yeah.
business, is because I can afford it now, because I can afford to be poor, I should say, because
Afford to
I
be
have
poor.
money coming
That's
from the
deep.
paintings I
It
don't
really
sell.
is. That's deep. Does this inspire you to draw some of your pictures? Because some of them they do look like they were inspired by some kind of a fear of police or of authority. And this is not always good, because young people should not be drawn away by that.
Well, at the time it was, when I was a kid, it was really hard on me, it was shocking. I was like 5, and my sister was only 2 years older than me, 7. And, it wasn't this, it's really hard on a kid, what they did. And so it might have an effect, but like I say, I don't draw things consciously, it's all subconsciously. And so I can't help what I draw. And it may be a problem with some people, but you're just going to have to accept it the way it is.
So what you're saying is you're not a kleptomaniac, but on the other hand, you're going to draw anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Kleptomania is not a very good thing. Yeah.
Sure.
Let's move on. Well, what normally inspires you then?
To draw, it's hard to explain with somebody that doesn't have any talents at all, but it's something you just have. And when you draw, it's really hard to explain, but it's kind of a feeling.
Yeah.
Or it's just you just want to grab something and start drawing. Just throw something on paper because you're good at it.
Okay.
You like it.
That's
You
good.
like what you do, and you're happy about yourself. It makes you feel really good to draw. And of course, it helps that my mom is an artist, and my little sister's an artist, and my dad was an artist, and that does kind of have a.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, I see by my little Mickey is pointing to the little 12. So we're going to have to close up today. Thank you for joining us. My guest is Ian Carlson, and he has a great spectrum of talent and creativity, and he's going to go far. He probably, maybe even will get his own apartment one of these days and actually be able to feed himself. So, we'll see you next time. Thank you for joining us. This was Andy's Talk Show. I'm Andrew. See you next time. Goodbye.